Very good morning, students. That day during the Zoom class, we have started a new story that is the Old Clock Shop. Okay, and we have learned the beginning of the story. In the first paragraph, we have learned where did the story take place. It took place over Salt City in USA, right? We also learned it was a festive time. Christmas festival had come. People were busy in buying the things for the celebrations, and it was a night time. All the shops were closed, and the shopkeepers they went home. But still, there were lights in Ray's shop. So here, Ray is a central character of the story. So at late at night that day, the lights were on at his shop, means he was busy in his repairing work, and there came two last minute shoppers. So last minute shoppers means it is a time to close the shop, and there came two shoppers, and these two shoppers, one stood at the door, and the old one has come to the counter. Okay, and Ray has no any kind of idea about them, and a cold rush of air hits the back of his neck, and in this way he comes to know that okay, somebody has come. Okay, so this is what the beginning of the story we have learned. Let's see with this background, these two paragraphs. Okay, Ray used the chance to look closely at the man. So I already told you that the man who is 50 years old is standing very close to the counter. Okay, and Ray, who is the central character of the story, is finding an opportunity all the time to look that man very carefully, closely. Okay, and here, what that Ray is able to see there, he's able to see there uh, the shape of a gun and a restless hand in the man's right coat pocket. So that Ray could see there a shape of gun, and one more thing he could see there is that restless hands movement in the right uh, coat pocket. It means that he is doing something. Okay, he may have something in this pocket, and he's about to, we are not sure that what he's going to do with that. Okay, but there is a continuously movement in the right uh, coat pocket. Okay, anger boiled within him. So means he got very much angry, but it was kept down by an inner voice. So inner voice means what? Inner feelings that exist in everyone. Okay, so that inner voice means that inner feelings that always gives us certain kinds of suggestions or certain kinds of advices. Okay, and here also the same thing happened. So his inner voice means his inner feelings or thoughts giving advices to Ray that be quiet. Okay, be quiet, don't do anything, right? He wrote on the notepad, and he kept himself quiet, and he wrote on the notepad, may I help you? So we have seen that he was a deaf, he was not able to listen. Therefore, for the conversation, he was using notepad. Means he was writing what he wants to write, and he was pushing across the counter to know what other people are, they want to say. Okay, and of course these other people also, they used to write on the notepad, and they were pushing towards him, and he was understanding through that what they want to say. Okay, for the first time the older man looked directly at Ray and smiled. So till this time, that old man, he did not see at Ray, but when he pushed that notepad, so that time he looked at Ray and he smiled. A cruel, mocking smile. They both understood why he was there, why his friend remained at the door. So they both understood. Ray also understood that why that 150 years old man has come close to counter, and why this young man stood at the door. So Ray came to know about that, and what we can say, what Ray might have understood. Ray might have understood they have something in their mind. Any criminal plan might be there in their mind. So Ray had come to know about that. Okay, they looked like men who were down on their luck. So down on their luck means their time was very bad. Okay, and they were going to do something wrong, and definitely about that in future they were going to feel sorry about that. That is what Ray knowing. Okay, so Ray was knowing that something, bad situation has come in their life, and they are suffering from this financial crisis, or other things, and they are going to do something wrong, and later on they are going to feel what we can say, sorry for what they will do. Okay, the clocks ticked on. So ticking on is making noise. Okay, that sounds, that clock makes sound. So here the clock ticked on. They calmly wrote another message. Okay, so we have seen that the talking was with the help of this notepad. So he wrote another message. Have you come to pick up a clock or watch? So he asked that, what do you want? You want clock or you want watch? Then he pointed to the loan board filled with the hanging clocks and the pocket watches. So when that Ray asked the question that, what do you want, clock or watch? So that time that old man pointed, he shown loan board. So a loan board means what? That he wanted loan, and even the Ray was giving loan to the people without charging the interest. So what we understand here, that old man wanted loan. Okay, and therefore he pointed this loan board. Okay, and there were hanging clocks and pocket watches around this loan board. He was not a pawnbroker. So pawnbroker, that day I told the meaning. Means pawnbroker means a person who use money, keeping that customers any valuable things. Okay, and when the customer will get the money, and when he will come back with money, so that this pawnbroker will give him his thing which he kept, and will take back his money, and also he will charge some interest. That is a pawnbroker. But here, by profession, Ray is not pawnbroker. He he gives loan to the people without charging interest. He is very helpful in nature. Okay, so he was not a pawnbroker, but at the same time couldn't say no to the needy people who placed their old watches or clocks before him for anything they could get. But whenever the people used to come and give their old clocks, so he was not saying no to them. He was giving them loan without charging the interest. He loaned more than he should, and many times he was seeing the people's need. Okay, he was not saying that what is the cost of that clock. Okay, so he was not considering the cost of the clock, but he was considering the need of the people, and considering the need of the people, he was giving loan. Okay, they would be there when the owners wanted them back at the same price he had paid with no interest, and he was accepting the money which he used to give without charging any kind of interest. So see the Ray. He was really helpful. He was very humble. He was very kind. He was supportive to the people to keep them on right track. Okay, and he was helping them so that their life can be better. Okay, so see the nature of Ray. He is a very nice person, gentle person, we can say, and when we also try for that, when somebody comes with some problems or needs, we try to fulfill so that their life can become more easier for them to live, and it is a kind of a blessing for us also. Okay, and that will give us a kind of enjoyment. Okay, so hope you understood. Thank you.